I felt like my DoorDash career and life flashed before my eyes. I have a story for you guys today. Sit down, grab some popcorn. Let's go. I have a story to tell today. For some of you, it's going to come off as complaining or whining or crying or this or that. And for some of you, you're going to understand it. You're going to relate. You're going to leave a comment about a similar experience. It's Monday. I did some deliveries today, catering and on demand. And something happened to me that made me want to come home and not work anymore today. But I'm going to tell you why that's a good thing. Welcome back to Mr.BetonYou. Sometimes when you do a delivery on a face value, it looks good. The miles to money makes sense. It's a merchant you like, and it's like, whatever. There's a tip, there's not a tip, there's probably a tip you assume. It is what it is. We assume we're delivering to somebody that valued our time and respect us enough to leave a tip and not type in 0.00. We've talked about this a million times. We've all experienced it. Every single one of you guys has delivered to somebody that hasn't valued it enough and didn't tip you. And some of you guys care, some of you don't. Y'all know me, I can be super petty. I took a Wendy's order. I wasn't planning on filming today, or at least not this. But when I picked it up, it was kind of a large order. I saw the receipt, I'm like, the time, I'm like, man, this order's been sitting for a little bit. So I had in my mind, man, damn, they've been sitting, these kids are hungry. There's lots of kids' meals and drinks and Frosties and biggie bags and like $60 worth of Wendy's, which is a lot. I proceed to drop it off. It's a hand to me, apartment B. I'm like, it's cool. I'm having a good day. I'm making money. Let's do this. No communication with the customer from his end from when I picked it up and I'm driving. The mileage was like, I think 2.5. It was like 7.25, I think the pay was. I get there, I knock. This is his response. I'll play him for a moment. We'll call him Pete. Who is it? Loud, but even louder than that. Oh, it's DoorDash. Opens the door. I hear kids in there rustling around, What took so long? I'm standing there. He's, I don't know, maybe 3 feet from me. What took so long? In an aggressive manner, not playful, aggressive. I said, oh, I got this order. It was already there. I'm here, man. I think I said something. I was like, my kids are hungry. What took so long? Why did it take you so long? Did you do another order or something? Verbatim, this is what he says. Now, I have my one phone in the car that I film with. This is an apartment complex. And I got the DoorDash delivery phone I work with in my pocket or in my, it's in my pocket because I got my hands full. I thought about, do I give this to him and start filming this guy? What kind of interaction do I want to have? What kind of energy am I trying to give this guy? How should I respond is what's going through my brain. At this point, I'm thinking, should I say something smart? That's how I am sometimes. Should I give him the smoke back that he wants? Or should I just give him the food? I felt like my DoorDash career and life flashed before my eyes, right? You ever know, you ever have those moments and you see movies and people are like, it's like a 5-second time, but like everything is just like, what are you going to do? And the scenarios are in your brain. What do I say? What do I say? There's kids right behind them. They just need to eat. I knew in that moment I needed to just be the bigger man and not give this guy what he wanted. In my head, I wanted to tell him, and at that point I didn't know if he tipped or not. I didn't complete the delivery. And it's almost irrelevant, but I'll get to that in a minute. I wanted to say, hey man, you ain't got to come at me like that. What's with the energy? Why are you yelling? Why are you questioning? You good? Are you having a rough day? Or are the road rats getting you? I wanted to but I didn't. I simply said, hey, sorry it took so long. Here's your food. Gave him the drinks. I was like, be careful. The bottom's a little, He took the food. He's rolling his eyes. He puts the food behind him on something. I don't even know what was there. It was weird. And then he grabs the bag, big bag with a handle. I said, have a great day. He goes, next time, don't take so effing long. I'm still standing there, but as I hand the bag, have a great day, I kind of turn. There's a door 6 feet in front of me, and my hand's getting ready to touch the door. Don't take so long. I turn back at him and say, I hope your day gets better. Next time, get it yourself. And I exit the door. Now, this guy was trying to get my energy, and I probably shouldn't even have told him, next time, get it yourself, right? I get to the car, obviously no tip. No tip on the order. I knew that based on his action, based on, obviously he was waiting a while for it. I think he was probably waiting 30 minutes based on the timestamp. But it's hard to say because I don't know when he ordered it, but the receipt had a time that I'm assuming 30 to 40 minutes he was waiting. And those fries were probably cold. The kids' food, I hope the kids had what they needed. The kids were back there rustling around. But this guy was either having a bad day or he is the exact person. I hate delivering to people like him. I can't stand it. There's something about me and my pettiness in my brain that I need to fix. I know some of you can relate. When we deliver to uneducated, unkind, unintelligent, ignorant human beings that don't know how the app works, they just assume things and they're just rude. He must have thought I worked for Wendy's. I think that's how ignorant this dude was. And he didn't understand why, hey, you're only a couple of miles away. Why did it take 45 minutes or an hour or 30? It should have taken 15 in his mind. But he's not understanding that 0.00 that you type as a consumer sometimes might delay your food, and it probably will. So the energy that he tried to give me, I gave back a little at the end saying, hey, next time get it yourself. And I left. But the cursing and this and the aggressiveness and what took so long? What took so long? Who is it? How are you going to ask me who it is in the beginning when you know you're waiting on food? Odd. But I knocked. I mean, it was a hand to me. I had to knock. There's no other way to do it. Customers like this, delivering to people that don't tip you, is usually never a fun experience. I've talked about this a million times. You guys can relate. What can we do about it as drivers? Nothing. This order came in, I think it was $7.25, couple miles. I'm like, Wendy's is there. This is easy. Let me do this. It meets my criteria. I have no idea that I'm going to deliver to a clown. I had no idea that when I knocked on the door, a clown was going to be on the other end and his 2 kids. No idea. For me, at that point, I said, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore today. Let me go home and tell a story. Let me go home and do other things. There's something about delivering to people that don't respect you. It's similar like when you're waiting tables and that table just runs you ragged. They need all the napkins and all the refills and they're just doing too much. And then you give them the bill and the bill's $50 and they literally sign it and then the tip line 0.00 and there was no issues. There's something about that experience that just rubs me a certain way. And I think some of y'all can relate. Others would say, Pedro, not a big deal. Now, I'm not making this video if I handed it to the guy. He's like, hey, man, have a great night. I'm like, hey, have a great day. Hope whatever. And then I get to the car and it's $7.25, no tip. I'm probably just like shaking my head, but I'm not making this video. It's his attitude and actions. And I'm not going to change that man and who he is. And if he sees this video, you are a clown. I will never not say people like you are clowns. You are a clown. But it makes me feel good just to get it out. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing we can do. We're sometimes going to deliver to clowns. Some people don't tip. Whether they had a bad experience, culturally they don't believe in it, they're broke, I don't know. And I don't know if this guy's broke or not. I have no idea. Not going to pass assumptions, okay? But I just cannot continue to deliver to people like that. It takes a little bit of me. My goodness, and like usually a good dude. Like I love people, but it takes a little bit of that every time I deliver to one of these pieces of crap, one of these clowns. It takes a little bit of my joy. It just does, and that's a personal problem. I get it, but like I said, it's not that he didn't tip as much as his attitude, the questions, the cursing. That usually coincides with somebody that doesn't tip, because when they don't respect you at the point of them putting the order in, the point of the initial transaction, they're probably not going to respect you usually when you see them face to face, because they are a clown and clowns don't know how to act. that's my story for today. Y'all tell me what you think, man. I know some of you guys have had similar things. You know, when you're doing this kind of work, you're never going to be able to know exactly what kind of individual you're dealing with, right? I could have went his level. I could have masked his energy and like had this thing and whipped my phone out. I don't do that. I don't whip the phone out and record it and trying to go viral and doing all this. No. I'm trying to give you your food and I can go on to my next delivery or go home to my family and that's it. He wanted some smoke. I really didn't want to give it to him. At the end, I told him, hey, next time get it yourself. If it's going to take that long, go get it. But I don't know how much longer I can deal with clowns. And in this line of work, you're going to deal with clowns. In the general public, you deal with clowns. I'm just getting a little too old to be dealing with people like this. But I love the fact that I can say, you know what? This guy tried to get my energy. Let me just turn the app off so that I don't take out that experience out on somebody else or go, I don't want to carry that vibrations and that energy with me throughout the day. So let's go home. I'll tell you my story. Y'all can say what you want in the comments down below. I'm good with it. But the more and more I deliver to people like that, the less that it makes me want to do this work. And it's not so much about the tip. That's just a microcosm of like the people that also give you the attitude and the no-gate codes and the this and the that. They kind of coincide, usually, not all the time. But delivering to somebody like that just makes me want to not do this work anymore. It just does. It is what it is. And shout out to DoorDash for getting the base pay up at least. It wasn't a $2 or $3 or $4 order. It was $7.25. So they did their part at least eventually. And I had to have gone to other drivers and they declined it. So other drivers did their part, right? But man, I don't know how much longer I can continue to deliver to guys like that or girls like that. I just can't. I don't like trading energy with miserable pieces of garbage. Y'all tell me what you think. Share a similar story in the comments down below. I hate that this is negative, but this is Pedro DoorDash Santiago sharing some DoorDash story time with you guys. I'll see you on the next video. Is this crooked? It is a little bit. I'm gonna have to fix that. It is. I'll see y'all tomorrow. If you like this video or others, check out this one here. Consider hitting subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments.